Hey everybody, welcome. How you doing? Welcome back. Anybody? Are we applauding? No, we're not applauding. Thank you. We got there. I'm Jeff May, and I am very happy to be joined by my friend Joshy G. Joshy G, how you doing?
You know, just admiring some nightmares.
Just admiring some Joker stuff.
Yeah.
Well, let's put a smile on that face because we have some pretty fantastic pieces to talk about here. And this first one I want to talk about is the Joker Nightmare statue by Sideshow. This is one of the favorites whenever we do tours out here. We bring people want to stop. They want to inspect this piece. It is so great. This is a statue by Sideshow Collectibles. It has an alternate head for the exclusive as well as a base. And an interesting thing about this piece, it's really fun. It's got sort of all of the Joker's defining moments sort of carved into the body. He's literally made out of the nightmares.
Yeah, you mentioned this being part of a tour, and everybody, when they come to this piece, they want to sit there and like look at it for a solid 30, 40 minutes because they start to see and notice all the little things that you're talking about. Everything from the laughing fish, which you can kind of see in and around his knee. I mean, if you look on the inside, there's a bunch of Joker quotes, including this one that says, "Just one bad day."
Just one bad day.
If you look on the backside, you see all the other Joker quotes, all the funny Joker heads. There's a Batman cowl kind of coming off of his shoulder, like almost like a shoulder pad. But it's just really cool to look at this piece and realize, like, oh man, I'm noticing things that I didn't notice before. Especially like I didn't notice before. It says Arkham Asylum right on his collar.
Yeah, so. And then the back has that the doors, the locked doors in there. I don't know if you can see that. This is a piece that is This is an examination when you get it. You really sort of look through the whole process. I like that there is, if you look at his left thigh right here, it's literally the Red Hood plummeting into that acid. And just the detail on this piece is so fantastic, and it really sort of makes this whole piece really just like a fascinating study in the character.
If you're a Joker fan, you will just love this piece because you'll look at it every day, notice something different, and then be able to recall like, oh, that's from this issue, or oh, that's from this pivotal moment in Batman or Joker, history. And you know, if you're a Joker fan, this is a must-have.
A lot of great references to sort of all of the history of the Joker character, and I do love this piece. I have to pull people away from it sometimes because they just only want to look at this, and I'm like, we have a lot more.
We jokingly said we could literally talk about this for a solid 20
it's
minutes,
true.
which we're not allowed to, but we could. That's how cool this piece is.
I'll cut us off here. I'm gonna move this nightmare piece out of the way, and I'm going to bring to you a different little guy. We're gonna put this guy right here. This is a real fun piece. I really like this one right here.
Yeah.
We have the Joker from the Batman Black and White by Gerard Way by DC Collectibles. And take a look at that right there. Gerard Way really making his name known in comics. Most famous for My Chemical Romance.
MCR.
He's a big character. Let me get this out of the way so you can get that sort of standing there. You see that kind of, if you look at the wear that they put onto the piece right there.
We can see his scrubs are dirty, and even the jacket's over the scrub. I mean, I'm assuming they're scrubs. And you know the detail they did when kind of distressing the jacket too. So obviously to me it looks like he's just kind of broke out of Arkham and he's on the run.
It's funny with Gerard Way because a lot of people only really know him from My Chemical Romance and now Umbrella Academy, by the way, great show on Netflix, a great comic book as well. But a lot of people don't know Gerard Way actually got his start with DC Comics.
Yeah.
He was an intern at DC before the music took off. And so he got back into comics, and everyone's like, what's this guy doing in here? And then he just knocked everything out of the park.
And this is a prime example of him knocking something out of the park.
This is a really great example of taking Gerard Way's sort of, I'm going to say, mental aesthetic. Mm-hmm. You know, there are certain people, designers, people that have an aesthetic to them, like a Tim Burton or something like that. And Gerard Way shows up and brings us a lot of really, really great designs. And so when we're looking to the Joker character and we see a less, we went from the Nightmare, which is a very aggressive, nightmarish, I hate to put it that way, piece. And then we have sort of a subtlety in this Joker. It is clearly the Joker, but Gerard Way's aesthetic really brings it to the fact that it is a very mental, dark place, and they really capture that. DC Collectibles knocks this one out of the park.
Yeah, it's cool, and it kind of speaks volumes to the kids that love Chemical Romance, and kind of in that emo phase that this is their piece.
Kids.
Yeah. The kids love it, but
I do. I love the black and white.
Yeah.
So I have several
Yeah.
black and white pieces in my own personal collection, and so I'm really excited whenever we get to card out these newer black and white pieces, and I get to be like, oh my god, they did this character, they did this, they did this designer or this artist or this conceptual concept here. Conceptual concept, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff May. How great am I at that? So I really do love this piece. And now,
this is a good one.
Pièce de résistance. This is how much they love me over here at Sideshow. They gave me the biggest, heaviest piece, and they put it as far away from us as possible. But we couldn't, for the life of us, we could not bring this one up other than last because the piece is just so unbelievable. This right here, right, is the Joker premium format figure by Sideshow. This is such a popular piece for very obvious reasons, all right? We have him with an exclusive alternate head as well. The exclusive comes with an alternate head with the classic portrait as well as the cake here. Now, one of the things I want to talk about, because first and foremost, the sculpting is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But he's on a pogo fist. This is so great.
Yeah.
He's on a pogo fist. You can see the sort of the motion that's brought into this piece. The pogo fist is actually his sleeve. It's his arm.
It's very campy, very similar to like a 1966 Batman. You would
does
think
have
like
that.
Cesar Romero would have made this into a vehicle to get around on that, but
And yet-
Sideshow almost kind of updated it to make it look like, oh, that's totally plausible. He would totally have a pogo fist.
Well, not only that, too, because it does have the goofy, campy quality of a Batman 66, and yet you can see as he's smashing the Gotham seal, which I love, by the way, that this is the seal of Gotham.
It's like, message.
And you can see sort of Smilex gas coming out from there.
Yeah.
Which is lethal and murderous. And so you can see that it's goofy and yet terrifying.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is if you really want to capture the Joker, you want to have that mix of like humor and camp with the terror of what's happening. When you look at like when Jack Nicholson in Batman 89, when he's murdering all these people but doing it hilariously, and you're like, wow, that nails it. And so you look like the baby face, if you pan down a little bit right there, like that's terrifying. That is 100% absolutely terrifying.
I just feel like if I was a citizen of Gotham City and I saw the Joker pogo sticking down the street in this, I would definitely stop and be like, oh, what's happening? What's going on?
I love he's got his little coffee or smoothie over here. I love that he's got the foot plating here so he can...
The tassels on the on the handlebars. I mean,
and he's having a blast. If you look to like the detail in how they're doing the outfit too, the stitching into the suit, the fingerless gloves, I think is really cool.
I'm just gonna turn it right here and see if you guys can zoom in on it. But this is really cool. The bottom of the Joker's boots, I'll say ha ha ha, and then on the heel, your face here.
Joker.
They've thought of everything.
What a merry prankster he is, everybody, huh? And we take a look at that, and he's got, if you look at the cake, it says, have a jolly good... He's a jolly good Batsy. Here's the thing. I'm not much of a reader. And at first I was like, well, why would they put that in there? Why would they put that? And then I'm like, oh, it's just that I'm not smart. Again, so we have right here the Joker premium format by Sideshow. Really fantastic piece right here. So don't forget to check that out. And you can check out all these pieces by looking at side.show/collectthejoker. Check out all that stuff. Joshy G.
Do I get to take one home?
I mean, if they don't tackle us on the way out, I don't see why not.
All right.
All right, Joshy G, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And don't forget to let your geek side show.
Woo!
Hey, did you like that video? Be sure to subscribe by clicking the S icon on your screen and click that bell icon to be notified whenever a new video is posted. If you'd like more info on the items featured in this video, click the link provided under Product Info. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let your geek side show.